if you're interested in reading books, I think you should read. Reading actually increases a couple of things. One is your knowledge in terms of language skills. I'm sure you have a language class as well, maybe later in the program. My first language is not English, and it's always Sinhala and Tamil. So I pick, I cherry pick my words, and with the greatest difficulty, I learn my English. I would do 100 mistakes, and I would kindly request you to get along with me. Please understand, my first language is not English. So, but still, when you read, you learn a lot in terms of the language skills, in terms of new words, and in terms of how you address people. There are lots of things, So, a couple of books I would recommend is Virgin Group is Losing My Virginity. Okay, so that's the book that you should be reading about if you want to read about him. But my book that I recommend would be The Maharajas. It's about all the Indian moguls from the Firdausi families to I'm talking about the Hero Honda Munjal Group, Hero Ambani's, then Mittals, all these guys, how they came into play. Then if you want to read more American, it will be Jack Welch, one of the greatest management guys. Jack Welch from the GE General Electric Corporation. His book is called Straight from the Gut. That's also pretty interesting. But my personal favorite would be the IBM book, which is Who Says Elephants Can't Dance? Who Says Elephant Can't Dance? Written by Lou Gerstner Jr. Lou Gerstner Jr. It's very difficult to get that book. I think now you can download a soft copy. If I can find one, most probably today at the break, I will try to find that book. I think somebody sent me. I can't remember. If I can find, I'll send you the soft copy. Please read. I have lots of documents that I can share with you all. There are a few things. Today I will share. There are one or two case studies I'm going to share with you in the chat group, so that you can pick it. You can start downloading and read it. Okay. Are we good here? Guys, are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. And one more thing, as an added resource, I have this YouTube channel that I just started one because everyone starting, and I was forced by my small fellows to start one, and I also started one, nothing else to do. But I did 2 videos for small enterprises, okay, small entrepreneurs. I did 2 videos. The name of my channel is The Shazly Show. THE, then my name SHAZLY SHOW. There are only 2 videos. Please go listen to them. Not people like Nazria, who started business and stopped halfway through. There are a lot you can learn. I've spoken in length in this scenario, because why I want you to read this, because see, we only have 2 hours of classes, but then again, I want to engage with you all for more than that. Unfortunately, the time doesn't allow us to, because see, for me, entrepreneurs are from my heart, because I believe they do a lot to the country. Because I was I was working with a lot of entrepreneurs in the Federation Chamber of Commerce. I know they are the engine, the soul of this country. Trust me, not the big companies, not the blue chips. They don't run the engine of this country. The entrepreneurs, the smaller medium enterprises, they run this heart of this country. 32,000 of them are running this country. So they are the nuts and bolts. So I'm very much attracted and attached to them. So that's the very reason I want to engage with you all more. And by the way, I think I shared my mobile number. You can always call me. I do business consultancy. I can do free of charge. This is only because of Edulink I'm doing it for you. Okay, that much I'll tell you. And one reason is because I'm very close to Edulink, and due to that, I love to work with you all. And since this program is something very new and it's trying to do something great to the country, you can always have my assurance of supporting you any given time. Okay, so please call me if you need anything, any consultancy, how to start, even basic ones. I usually charge because I'm a consultant, but for y'all, I will always do it for free. Is that good? How does it work? Does it I don't know. Does it sound good or bad? Okay, sound bad. So nobody answers. That means sounds bad. All right. So sounds good. Okay.
Hello.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Only
Hi.
Nasria decided to talk to me today. Others,
Hello, sir.
Ryan is yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
Good
it's
Marshani.
morning,
good,
Hi,
sir.
sir.
Marshani. Hi, Marshani. How are you?
Hi, sir. I'll be teaching them the English language components of the diploma,
I was
or
told. I
whatever.
was told.
Yeah. So I'm just listening in to see how they
I
correspond.
won't
But
question you.
apparently, no. Apparently, no one is speaking. So I think you should get more feedback, right? Otherwise,
Marshani, you must be real new to this game. You know, it's a Sinhala key. You know, if I were to use the exact word in Sinhala, getting a feedback is like kalunika hona again. But then again, we are used to it. Last 16, 17 years I've been lecturing, so it takes some time. Marshani, for these people to.
Right.
Unfortunately, we only have limited time with this bunch.
Exactly.
But then again,
So
usually.
my issue is 6
Look,
hours. If they
yeah, by
don't
the
speak,
time they come to you, I'll make sure they'll answer you. Is that good?
Right, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
No problem. Call me Shazli. Don't call me Shai. I hate when people call me sir because my mother and father just gave a nice name called Shazli. That's it.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Guys,
Shazli.
everyone can call me Shazli. Yeah, that's nice. You
Right.
don't have to call me sir. All right. Anyway,
Okay.
so guys, so now we have a crowd. Let's start. Today, last week, did you all get the slides? I sent some slides. Did you all get it? Yes, Amanti.
Yes, sir, got it.
Okay, Nazria. For a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
I need you to keep quiet. You know, not because of your no, not because I want others to engage themselves. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, because I'm feeling bad. No one's
I
responding.
know. Don't have to feel bad. You know why? I get paid. No. This used to happen when no one answers. We used to answer because I feel bad. No, don't feel bad for me. It's because what if you don't start communicating? I know some others. There are others who must be scared to speak, you know, or engage themselves because they think there's a lack of language. Last week we sorted that problem. Last week we solved the problem. If you have a question, even in Sinhala, you can ask. I told I have no problem. I can speak all 3 languages. Okay, so please, I anyway want to break the build bridges between languages. Okay, break the barrier of English back in the I can't be somebody. No, you shouldn't be. If that's the case, I would have never got a job in my life. When I was 18, I couldn't speak a word in English. I couldn't. Even though I was very good at English, I couldn't speak a word because we spoke. Because speaking English and knowing English are 2 different things. Okay, so at 18, my boss gave me an opportunity to work in a company, and from there we grew. So it's all about trying your luck. Okay, so please understand the guy on the other side, he's not also fluent in English. He is also, and I started the program, I said I excuse myself, my first language is not English. Hi Jude, nice to hear from you, Jude. How are you?
I'm okay, sir. Thank you. How are you, sir?
Good. No, Shazli. Name goes as Shazli. You are addressing me as Shazli, all right? All right. Okay. No, I don't like people calling me Shazli.
Okay, thank you.
Lovely. So, see, nice
No
to hear
problem.
voices.
I
You
understand
know
that.
why? Sometimes you do my job on this side. You're only talking to a screen, so it's very very robotic. When I don't get people engaged, Unfortunately, my module, if it's finance, I understand. My module is marketing. I need people to talk. I need people to engage themselves and heavily. Okay, language, regardless language, please get yourself in. Okay, are we good here?
Yeah.
Okay. Last week I sent the what do you call the slides? Did you all receive the slides?
Yes, we received.
Lovely. Okay. Now this week I'm supposed to start marketing planning, but then again before that I thought something very important. Maybe for next 45 minutes we're going to discuss something different. Okay. From there, then we'll have a 5 minutes break. Then we'll start marketing planning. Is that good? Yeah. Yes, Samanthi. Tell me something. Samanthi, hi.
Hi, sir.
How are you, Shazli?
I'm fine.
Yes. Okay. Lovely to hear voices in the morning. See, I slept at about 3:30. I was watching 2 movies back to back. I'm being very honest with you. But still, I woke up early in the morning just for this class. So I am trying to keep myself up and lovely. You all have to support me. Are we good? Yeah, Samanthi, are you good here?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Good. Okay, let's the first module I will discuss. Do you all need my video? You all need to see my face?
No, sir.
that was the nastiest one. No, sir, I don't want to see your face. Anyways, so no, because if I use the video, I will drain up the data. So I'm trying to use as minimum as possible. But if you all need to see me, please tell me. I'll switch the video on. Okay. And because why? I'm trying to save data so that everything I'm saying you should be able to listen here. All right. Are we good here?
Okay, sir.
All right. Lovely. All right. So today I'm going to start building a business plan. Okay. Before going to a marketing plan. Okay, last week we discussed a little bit about business plans. Okay, now today the whole subject is going to go around this. About 45 minutes to discuss this, then we'll go to marketing plan. Is it okay if I take about 10-15 minutes longer than normal? Is that okay? Or you all have to go back to NASA, or you have to go back to CNN to report few things? Is that I have a little bit of extra time? Is it okay if I take 10-15 minutes more? I'm talking to her. Anyone who has a problem, talk. Others, I'll take that. Your silence, I'll take as a yes. Law. That's how the law goes. If there's silence, you take as a yes. If anyone has a problem, if let's say my class is 11:30, let's say if I take about 11:45, does anyone have a problem?
We are all right with 10-15 more minutes.
That's the spirit, man. That's the spirit. Okay. Okay. I'm going to take you to a share screen mode now. All right. Guys, you can see the screen. Can you see the screen? Hello. No, I can't see you all. So I need to get an answer from you all. Guys, can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Now what you do is you all go all on silent mode, mute yourself. But when I ask a question, please answer switching on the microphone, and then go back to mute mode just to keep the recording clean. Okay, good. Now let's start with the business plan. Now last week we were discussing about business plan, why business plans are important, or maybe a little bit about it. But today we are going deep into it. Now see, what we come across is most of these entrepreneurs. Most of the entrepreneurs, they become entrepreneurs. Some become entrepreneurs by luck. Some become entrepreneurs because of their fathers or their legacy. Some become entrepreneurs because people like so there are people who need a little bit of money for something. They become entrepreneurs. Maybe guys like there are so many like guys like I believe even this one of the softwares were built. I forgot the name because he wanted to pay his university dormitory fees. He started a software. Likewise, maybe we have a case here as well. Okay, so Nazria said she wants to pay up her education. She started, and so there are people who starts in that manner. There are people who are by nature. In my school, when I was studying, naturally, I never studied though. There are lots of guys who failed O levels, ordinary levels. Okay, and we got through ordinary levels, and we went to A levels, and I failed my A levels, and I became what I am today. And the guys who passed A levels are still working in organization in ordinary jobs. I'm saying nothing wrong, nothing right. Just the path of life. Okay. But then again, I'm very impressed about the guys who failed O levels. Today they are more rich, they are more successful, and they are doing very well in life because these are the guys who took risk in life. As soon as they left college, they started doing business. Business was in their blood. Today they are very, very successful guys. Some of them are billionaires. Okay, so so there's no life plan. Please understand that. But if you are hoping to become an entrepreneur, you have to have a business plan. So create a business plan is the first step towards the success. Are you all good in this? I'm moving on. What are we going to learn from end of this module on this part? Okay, you learn to identify the essential element of a business plan. What is important in a business plan? Identify how good a business plan can create an anchor for continued success. Because people don't believe in business plans. What they do is, it's very unfortunate, they are so successful. They are either blind by their success or they think that they don't need plans. Please understand. It's said, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. Do you understand? So this is kind of a very, very tricky situation. Okay, it's a very tricky situation where should I plan? Sometimes companies who plan and plan and plan, they kill themselves. That's because planning. There's some they underplan, they kill themselves. There are guys who knows how to balance the entrepreneurship and planning, because planning is more art of science. Enterprise is more of a skill. Okay, if you go and ask some of the most successful guys in PETA, I recently met a guy couple of years back. I met a guy. This guy, I can't name him for particular reason. He started his journey because I met him and he was building a house. Okay, I can't tell where he's building a house. He spent 660 million in purchasing the land. Now, that's a lot of money. And he spent equal amount, exactly 600 odd million, to build the house. That's 1.2 billion for a house. Okay, now this is rich technically. All right, so this guy, so since I'm in construction, I sell bathrooms, I was connected by the architect. I was talking to this guy. For me, he was kind of a case study. I was talking to him, and this guy is a sarong and looking very not the high end sort of guy. So I was talking to him, or speaking single anyway. So then I realized he started his career on the road in right opposite Fort. He was selling kind of a guy. He was a guy who was selling on the road. He accumulated much money. Okay. He has about 36 shops there in that land. Make him the richest guy there. And I was talking to my uncles. He told me he has another building in the location, I think Melbourne Street or First Street, somewhere there. I don't know the roads. 5-story where one guy is paying about 2 million rent building. So the amount of shops I don't know. His all 3 children are doctors. Okay, this guy even today comes at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I think he finishes by 5 or 6, I don't know whatever time, and goes home. 7 o'clock he gets drunk and he drinks usual. He never changes his lifestyle. Sleeps by 9 o'clock, and his entire routine is such. Now see, this guy became rich without any plan. If you talk to him about plans, he'll say, "Shazli, go to hell." But then again, the question is his succession plan. If I ask him what is your succession plan, he doesn't have one, because all 3 children are doctors and they are all abroad. They will not come back. Who is he going to hand over his business to? There's no one. Then my next question: why are you building an empire if there's no succession plan? If you don't have a person to give the business back to, why are you building it so big? You are not slept your days and nights and days and nights and days and nights. You build an empire, and if you can't give to someone, why build in the first place? There's a lovely song in Sinhala I heard. I don't know whether this is the right song. Dasit dena loku rajun nasa loku. I've heard that song. Dasit dena loku rajun nasa dote din tama natu kalen mema. Have you heard that song? He speaks about a king who keeps on killing other kings and expanding his empire. I think that's the exact meaning of the song, I believe. Okay. Evan Lane Lada Dinu Deyak Weda Tawat Evan look. Meaning, what have I won? I only want more enemies. So a lot of enterprises have asked that question. Now I'm talking Nazria now. Nazria, again, nothing wrong with you. As I said, if you're starting something, I know you stopped it for a short span. I'm sure you'll be starting again. What I'm saying is that small period of patch of time that you have stopped the business, your competitor can take over. A path that you build, maybe parak kapala, you don't give it to another guy to walk on that path. It doesn't make sense. Are you all with me? You're all with me?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Because why I'm saying that is, with all your hard work, you build this road. All your hard work, you build this road, right? And if you want someone else to work, then for me, it doesn't make sense. No, nothing is road, but then again, it's not, you're not walking on
Sir,
that road.
you're breaking. We can't really hear you, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear, but it kind of breaks from, on and off.
That is, thanks dialogue. Here we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I got the microphone very close to my mouth. Okay, and one more inch is going to go into my throat. All right. Okay. All right. So then you identify how a good business plan creator or anchor for continued success. We're always talking about continuity, any business. Then we list additional resources that can help you develop an effective business plan. So that's the objective of this particular slide. All right. Now this is actually I'm doing as an additional slide, and I'm going to give it to you so you can keep it. Now, okay, we don't have to go here. Let's move on. Okay. In business, you start with the executive summary. A business plan identifies key areas of a business so you can maximize time you spend on generating income. You talk about, okay, we are talking the executive summary part of it. Key investors will want to look at your business plan before providing capital. You go and ask, okay. Let me tell you. I don't have to go anywhere. I started to I started a couple of businesses recently, which I want to start long time back. Okay, but then again, since I work and I have my other priorities, I never thought of collecting money to start my business. Now I want to start my own business, and lecturing became a very successful one. I started a tutoring for A levels about 12 years back, became very successful. Unfortunately, the family didn't support, they didn't want me to become a tuition master kind of a thing, so I have to stop. Okay, if they know how much money they make, they would have said, Shazli, go ahead. But then again, that's not how we looked up at life. Our family never looked at it. They said, no, Shazli, don't become, just get up. So gave up. So I'll tell you, I had dreams which I built, I have actually killed. So the same thing I learned from the process, I want others don't want to fall into that trap. At the same time, right now I'm building a couple of businesses. The biggest problem is my investors. In Sri Lanka, you can't find investors. People don't invest in your business, and I'm on the wrong time. COVID hitting for the last 1.5 years. This is the time I'm looking for investors. If I don't have a sound business plan, nobody's going to give me money. And investors today, they come to a jugular vein. They come to suck up more money than you. They'll invest you 1 million and they want $2 million in return within 2 months. Now, which is kind of difficult unless that you have a business plan to show them. A business plan helps you to start and keep your business on a successful path. You should prepare a business plan, although in reality, many small business owners do not. If I ask many of you all don't have business plans. You may say, I'm a plan, nothing, but then again, is it a business plan? Everyone will have a plan, but is it a business plan? So moving on, okay? What is a business plan? A business plan is a written document that defines the goals of your business and describes how you will attain those goals. Meaning, where am I going and how am I going there? Where am I going? You should be able to tell that. A business plan is worth your considerable investment of time, effort, and energy. A lot of people think that business plan I own I'm very successful. Why should I have a why should I need a business plan? Now that's a question that people ask themselves. Now, why do I need a business plan? Please understand that business plans are very, very important. Okay, because if you don't have a business plan, you'll be successful. There's a guarantee that you'll be successful. But then again, your success path will be limited. Okay, a business plan sets objectives, defines budgets, and there are lots of other things it does. Okay, lots of other things it does. So when you ask the question of having a business plan, it engages your partners, anticipates problems before they occur. You see world before it happens. Right now, the question is, you need one. I'll give you 10 reasons why you need a strong business plan. I'll give you 10 reasons. Okay. Number one, to attract investors. Yeah, that definitely, because lots of small businesses today don't come into light. A lot of small businesses die at the inception. Simple reason, because they don't have investors. You have a brilliant idea. For the last 20 years, I had more than 200 ideas of new businesses, out of which about 190 I gave to my students. and they have started their business. They're very, very successful. Okay, because I didn't have investors. Okay, I didn't have time. That's a different thing. But then again, at the same time, I never had investors, and I never liked to work with investors. Okay, maybe that's my fault. Number two, to see if your business ideas will work, you put a plan. Where am I now? Where do I want to be? To see whether you have achieved that objective. Number three, to outline each area of the business. You separate, okay, this and that. Okay, this I have to put this segmentation, targeting, planning, all those things, finance. You separate them, you identify, you plan accordingly. You set up milestones. Okay, this I want to achieve by this year. This I want to achieve by this year. This I want to achieve by this year. I want to register my company. I want to get SLS. I want to get these standards. I want to do this, that, and the other. So many things I want to do by this period. Now you set up milestones. Business plan you need for learn about market, to secure additional fundings or loans, to determine your financial needs. Okay, how much of money do I need? In the business plan, there'll be a financial plan, which your finance guy is going to lecture. Okay, he will talk about how much of money do you need. A lot of people start business and when they're halfway through, they realize, Ayo, I'm short of money, I'm short of fundings. What do I do now? They are in real trouble. They are in real trouble. So they close the business. For example, you start a business. The next level, you get an order. Let's say we'll take Nasria. I don't know what she does, since it's a name that's very, very comfortable. Let's take Harshini. Hi, Harshini, good morning. Harshini, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Lovely. Okay, so nice. So let's take Harshini for an example. Let's say Harshini does a business of something, I don't know. Let's say she does cake. Let's make an example. Okay, she does cake. She sells a cake at 250 rupees a piece, something like that, example. But she gets an order. Suddenly there's a wedding order for 2,000 cakes, 2,000 pieces. She loves that. But at the same time, she doesn't have the money or the time or the place to manufacture now, because they gave the order today in the morning, they want in the night, example. Okay, 2,000 for some program. Okay, now what does Harshini do? She's totally, because she doesn't have ovens or whatever to achieve that number. So she needs funding to buy more ovens, which she can't secure that fast. She doesn't have the money to buy the. She doesn't have the resources to buy the. She doesn't have the resources to buy the, say example, what do you call the raw materials? She doesn't have resources to make. She doesn't have another 2 or 3 people to help her. She doesn't have the money. So this is not, okay, I'm not talking about Harshini per se. I'm talking, it's a general scenario. Make a vendor pull. Make a what of vendor pull. When we started our bathroom company, okay, we represent the world's largest bathroom brand, but my company didn't have much of money. It's a very, very small company. When we got our biggest business, Avic Astoria, which was 375 million, one deal, technically the largest bathroom business in the country, I secured. I got the deal. Once we got the deal, we had no clue how we were supposed to get the money. We had no clue. Until that, we were doing like 2-3 million sales, 5 million, maximum was 15 million projects. This was a 378 million project. We were totally, in cricket we say, we yoked or stumped. We didn't know what to do. So remember, if you don't determine your financial needs, you'll go out of business. To attract top level people, if you want good people coming and working for you. Okay. When I was in the IT industry, when the IT industry, from IT industry, my company wants me to, currently I'm working, they want to pull me out. Okay, in this industry, the bathroom industry, the salaries they pay is like 50,000, 75,000 is the maximum to anybody. I came from IT industry. They want to attract me, but they couldn't because I was so expensive. But then again, due to my father's relationship, I came in. But still, I came at half my salary, but still it was more than the current in the industry payment. So if you want top people to be attracted, they come and ask, where's your plan? Where are you going to go? Because top guys will come and look at plans. If the company seems to be not going anywhere, they will not join you. To monitor your business. At least not a huge business plan. Podi pahe, gedara size podi chuti, kola kayalaka plan na kara andinna puluwanga. Okay? Number 10, finally, to devise a contingency plan. Munahari wunot mama ita passe mokadda karane. Hitanda mama cake hadanna patan gannawa. Let's say I started doing cake, some business. And suddenly I find some oil that we are using in that cake is cancer causing. Lanka case case. People stop buying my cakes. What do I do? Nasrina, do you have a plan? You tell me. Nasrina,
Yes, sir. Now I
what do you
have a
do?
plan.
No, I'm asking, suddenly you are doing a business. Now you have a plan because you're doing nothing for the last 3 months. No, what I'm saying is you're running a business properly. Suddenly the government stops something. Now I'll
Yeah,
give you a good
then
example.
we'll look for other option.
Exactly. You look for the option. When you have a business plan, you will always have a contingency plan. We call plan B. Okay, you always write. You may not use it, but you always have it. Let me tell you right now, the ceramic industry is suffering. All the tile companies in Navala, there's about 100, 200 tile shops in Navala. The Sri Lankan government blocked importing of bathrooms and tiles. None of these guys had a plan. All of them are closing down. You understand? Now, this is the sad part in running without a plan. They don't know what to do next. Most of them are closing down. I know for a fact. Anyway, so moving on. I'll tell you what we're supposed to do. Okay? How should your plan be detailed? Okay? Now, business plans differ widely in their length, appearance, content, and emphasis placed on different aspects of business. Meaning, based on your business, the size of your business plan, based on the appearance, everything changes. For maybe a small timer, let's say you're selling bulat in a small shop. Let's assume you're selling beetle. Your plan can be small, but you are running a large company. Your plan will change. Depending on your business and your intent use, you may need different types of business plans, your presentation plans. Okay. Yes,
Excuse me,
please.
Mr. Shastri.
Shastri.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can we ask Harshini to mute a bit, because I think she's working from background.
Harshini, I want to tell her, but I didn't have the heart to do that. Harshini.
No, I think she should be all right now.
I'll do that. Harshini, you need to go offline, meaning your video, okay? Because we can see you working. So I know that you're walking around the house while working, and I want to say good things about it. You're working also. That's very, very impressive while you're studying. But at the same time, it distracts a lot of guys. Yes, that's a lovely smile. Yes, I can see all 32 teeth. Yeah, you can switch off the video. That's it. All right. What is that now? All right. Anyways,
Yes,
buddy, is it still this? No, you can just switch the video off. That's all.
Not.
It's a very smart one. Full dark screen. Anyway, okay, guys. So we move on. Okay. What I did was I minimized the video screen, so I don't have to see her. All right. Anyways, moving on. So if you look at a mini plan, okay, I don't want to discuss deeply into this. You have less emphasis on critical details, but it's just a basic one, just to test your assumptions, concept, and measure the interest of potential investors. Just to show people this is my business. Then we have a working plan, which is a bit of a large, detailed one. Then we have a presentation plan, okay, where you try to go market your business, talk to people, maybe your customers, your suppliers, your investors. You need to have a presentation plan as well. You can have a written down Word document, written plan, but you need to have a presentation plan in presentation format, PPX. Okay, you know why? Because people like to see you presenting. It gives more presentation, gives more colorful appearance, more drama to the whole process, more vibrance for your presentation. Presentation gives more vibrance. දැන් මම A4 කොලේක full period ලියන එකක් මට presentation එකෙන් තත්පර 5න් කියන්න පුළුවන්. So for bankers or venture capitalists, they all need to see your presentation. Okay, so assembling a business plan. How do you set up one? Now see, I'm okay, guys. I'm going a bit out of my limits to teach you a business plan. Okay, this is not my area, but then again, my area is marketing plan. But I'm doing this because I need, once you understand this, putting up a marketing plan becomes extremely easy for you. Okay, every business plan should include some essential components. Number one, overview of the business. Describe the business, including products and services. මොකද්ද මම කරන්නේ, මොනවාද මම ගාව තියෙන්නේ, මොනවාද මගේ business set. Overview of the business. Then the marketing plan, definitely which we're going to discuss later. කොහොමද මම මේක විකුණන්න, කොහොමද මම මේක market කරන්න යන්නේ, ඔක්කොම the whole thing. Then you should have a financial plan. How am I going to run the finances? Because see, any investor or any business without finance plan is a plan that's a dumb plan. I'll say DUMB, dumb plan. Okay. If you don't have a financial plan, you are asking for trouble. You can have the greatest marketing plan on earth, but if your financial plan is zero, you are in trouble. So I think your lecturer will explain in the finance module come. He'll explain to you how do the costing and all the. A lot of people think costing on that. Mama make a hadanda, mata sini kilo pagya, megya. My cost of people the high. Mama cake is park hadu, mama cake is parikola. Mama hardas pansia come humble kara. Hardas pansia minus the das pansia. Single kiana ella. Done a good job. I made profit and I have done my finance. No, that's not finance. There are so much of hidden costs that you are not put into. Let me tell you, simple example. Maybe I am wrong here. Avanne karattenda giye current bill dala naha. Ammane gewanne bill taata gewanne. The current bill. Okay. Then etanda giye watura we don't cost. Etana sitando gedara you are using a room. Say you are starting a business. Let's say you have two houses. Can a house annex? So you're using the part of the annex, and it says okay, but rent. So when you're doing a finance, you are putting rent as zero. Now that's the biggest mistake that you do in business. Do you know that? Please understand there's something called a cost involved in that. That has an economical cost, not a finance cost. Imagine if you have rented that place out. You know. In Sinhala we say okay, the loss that you are making instead of something that you have done. Okay, so example, you have rented that room, you would have got 15,000 rupees. So the question is, where's the 15,000 now? You're not added. You're very happy because make the extension no, that's wrong. You have to put a price for that. Maybe 15,000 rupees you have to put as a cost. Maybe today you'll not recover, tomorrow not recover, but down the line, one day you'll recover that money. So these things will be taught by the finance guy. And finally, you have to put operation and management plan. Okay, how we manage the core process, who's going to do what? Because see, there'll be a day that you can't be taking the call, you can't be making the cake, you can't be selling the cake, you can't be delivering the cake. I'm using the cake because it was very easy. Nowadays, because of this pandemic, everyone became cake masters. They are master chefs on cakes. So that's why I'm using it. So don't take me wrong. Nasri, I think I'm targeting her. No, definitely no. Yeah, Jude, you have a question, please. You have raised your hand.
Yeah. Yes. Ms. Shastri now
Shastri.
about this
No, Mr. Pat, Shastri.
Okay, Shastri. Financial planning. Now, is there a time period or like how do we have to do it? Like basically
Hold on.
And the
if I answer that question, somebody's going to come and slap me. Finance guy, there's a class, don't worry. Nobody has a finance class. He will come and teach you. But then again, everything should have a time.
Okay.
The entire plan is time bound. That much I can tell you. If you don't have a time in anything, in any plan, example, let's say there's a guy who's 25. If I'm asking him, are you going to get married? He says, yes. When? I don't know. Someday. Now, someday can be up to 75, no? You understand? Someday can be up to 75. But then again, the question is, will a woman willing to marry him at 75? No. So this guy should give a number. Maybe he's virile, he's strong, he's, all the, scene again, shout the scene again. There's an age, no? There's an age that he has to be this. So maybe up to 30, 35. He says, I want to get married. So you have to have a time. Everything in life. You say you want to have kids. You want to finish your masters. You want to finish your diploma. Everything should have. Everything should have. I want to build a house. When? At least you may not build by that time, but at least you'll go close to it. So even finance, there's a timing, but that finance lecture will explain because I'm not the finance guy. I have no clue of teaching you finance. All right. So I'll keep to the gentleman.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Move on. So there are okay, it's fine. There are 7 common parts a good business plan should have. Okay. Because your investors will look at few things. for them to have confidence. Okay, and if you want your customers to build confidence also, you need these 7 components. What are they? Number 1, executive summary in your plan. Whatever business plan that you put, there should be an executive summary. What does executive summary speak? It speaks about your entire business in 1 page or maybe 1.5 pages, because they are not going to sit and read Bibles. Please understand. No offense to Christians. It's a figure of speech. Okay, so people are not going to read pages and pages of executive summary. No, 1.5 page. You talk about the entire business concept within that framework. Number 2, the business concept. You're writing a business content. The market analysis, what this market is about, what am I going to gain from this market, blah, 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 everything about the market. Management team, who is involved? What is my role? What is my other guy's role? Then we have to have a marketing plan. How am I going to go forward with this? And a financial plan. And finally, an operational management plan. These are, where someone will ask, Shazli, I'm only selling cake, Shazli. Is this necessary? Yes, it is, but maybe not today, not tomorrow, but in time to come. Unless that you are only hoping to sell cake from home, just 10 pieces a day, then forget your plans. But if you want to become a good entrepreneur, you want to increase the business, you want to become the best in business. Look at Little Lion, Himi Appuhami, I believe his name is. He started a small business. He never planned it to become so successful. Today, I think we have Maliban, right? Maliban is his company. See, look at Maliban. Where's Maliban? The second generation took it to the next level with plans and plans and plans. But when he started, he thought, I'll sell some few biscuits or maybe cakes. I don't know whatever he started with. So please understand, any business is not where it starts, where it ends up. It ends up in a huge area. A lot of business that starts as a small concept today will end up as huge concept if you put your plans in order. So I don't want to read this. I just going to show you. Okay, if you look at the executive summary, it's a business plan, maybe 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 5 pages introducing a business. It's summary very critical because many individuals, they only read the summary. They're not going to read the entire plan. It talks about your business allocation and a brief explanation, blah, blah, blah. This I'll leave it with you all to read once I send the document today. So because I'm doing something extra, so I'm eating into my time. Okay, so I'll just leave it as it is. So you go home and read. Okay. Then moving on, you have the business concept. Okay. Now it shows the evidence that a product or service is viable and capable of fulfilling organizing particular needs. Now something I am doing. Okay, let's talk to some guys. Okay. Let's talk to some guys. We have 3 guys. Gayan, you're very silent. Hi, Gayan. 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 Camera on कर लगा किधर गिरा? Gayan. Okay. Harshini, let's talk to Harshini. Harshini. Hi, Harshini. Okay, that's very strange. I'm not getting the response from her. Harshini, she was the most active member. The video. Okay. Jude, are you alive?
Yeah, I'm
Thank God. I thought, there's a apocalypse, no, or something like that, and everyone is dead, kind of. Okay. Anyway, okay, Jude. What business are you into, Jude?
I'm planning to start a one, and that is basically.
You like to discuss, or if you want to keep it secret, no problem.
No, I won't mind. I mean, I have 2 things in my mind. Basically, I was hoping, because there was a party, because I'm into marketing, and there was this party who was willing to start a services company with me. And
what company? Sorry, what company is that? Sorry, I missed.
Services, basically marketing services company, where we are trying to basically sign up an agreement with a smaller company and take their product and marketing. So that is
what
one
company?
aspect that I'm
what company are you trying to market?
Solar power company. Solar power company.
Okay.
We are trying to, yeah.
So
basically,
solar water heaters or it's just solar?
basically it's solar in the sense like solar power components for the houses, households, and
Okay,
the
okay,
factories.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
and
okay.
that kind of a thing we are trying to start. Though, and the second aspect is like I was actually helping with the kids doing helping with them with the study techniques. So basically, I want to get into that also. So those are the two I'm trying to start now.
You're pretty sure you don't want to get into kids, right? Kids style techniques, no? Women don't like that. Anyway.
Study techniques also. I'm trying to organize a company, and through that, basically, it's not basically a tuition class or something. Just want to kind of start a course and continue that.
That's nice. Okay, that's very, very noble. Okay, Monday, Jude sir. Okay, anyways, a lot of guys have lots of ideas. No, see, we are in the end of our teaching time. You'd understand that. See, I'm not hoping to lecture when I'm 60 or something. I'm not. Okay, I want to look at my kids growing and having younger kids, and I should have done my job. And after that, anyway, another 2-3 years maximum, I'll be in this business. Most probably after that, I want to do things free. I want to, because I'm a very Sri Lankan, very Sri Lankan. I want to do things Sri Lankan. See, I want to go to villages and teach English, and not English in sense business English, and not English per se. How to become somebody in life. I want to do programs like that, but all free. All under anyway, so what I'm saying is no, because see, but then again, I always say today everybody wants to become lecturer just to earn money. It's very unfortunate. When we became lecturers, okay, I had a money issue definitely, but then again, I never started lecturing just for the finance aspect of it. It's because very noble. It was very interesting. Today I have maybe
here also hello. Even with myself also, Shastri, what we're trying to do is there are poor kids who want help. So what I'm trying to do is we are trying to we have actually spoken to few companies who will sponsor us and help them with because some people they have psychological issues as well. So for that we have psychiatrists working with us also. Will be joining with us, so we'll be helping with them. ළමයින්ගේ ගොඩක් අර broad aspect එකක් අපි බලන්න එතනින් හදන්නේ ගොඩක්
No, I know, because Sri Lanka, see, let me tell you why Sri Lanka is a poor country. Let me tell you why Sri Lanka is a poor country. Okay, don't take me wrong in this. I'm not doing a political speech, and not my case. But then again, I think someone from here can pick some idea and take it forward. Okay, since you are very interested in that, I'm talking about it. Sri Lanka being is a poor country, simple reason because we are not poor. We are a country with lots of resources, but we don't know how to handle our resources. But the biggest thing for that is your education. Okay, if you are less educated, it's very easy to control you. You're like a dummy. Okay, so a lot of companies, a lot of politicians use this. A lot of companies don't want you to become educated. A lot of companies don't want you to become entrepreneurs, because if you become entrepreneurs, they are losing business. So it's a very simple process. So they bring this system of education where only one based on to one language. So today, if you take the villages in Sri Lanka, if you take Colombo is very, now I'm from Colombo. We are the lucky lot. Okay, it's very sad. I'm very happy that I'm in the lucky lot, but then again, I'm very sad. Not many will be sad, but then again, I'm very sad because see, it's like this. The entire Colombo has to pull the country. Meaning, what I'm saying is, let's say Colombo is very high in terms of education qualifications, where the outskirts of villages, they don't get the opportunity to study. Imagine if everyone is equally educated in this country. Imagine the amount of resource that we can share, the things that we can sell. We can sell ideas. We can sell outsource operations. People, international companies can come and start outsource operations. Not only in Colombo, maybe in all the other locations. The things that we can, create, it'll be great. We don't because we don't want to. We want a set of people in this country to act like low class or uneducated, so that the politicians can gain their votes. It's very simple in this country. If you want to win a vote, just go and say racism or bring something stupid, and everyone votes. They will never question the politician because you are trained not to question them. You understand? Same with the business also. If you don't question your business, if you don't question your investors, are going to question you. Why do they question? They question you because very simple. They're investing their money in you. They say, if I find a smart business, okay, let's assume there's one guy who comes with a smart idea, superb, I can make millions out of it, and that guy is an idiot, or less educated. Okay, I love to invest in his business. You know why? I can keep him away. I say, okay, I'll take 80% control. You get this much, because he's not educated. He will agree to everything. That's how a lot of business have been taken over. I'll tell you the greatest business has been taken over by that, just for information. Okay, but that guy was not uneducated. That's because of his pure stupidity. I've heard a guy called Dr. Pemberton. I'm sure you have not heard him, right? But if I tell his name of the product, you'll know him. I heard a company called Coca-Cola. I'm sure everyone, yeah? Yes, everyone have heard, yes. John Pemberton created this product. And unfortunately, he was addicted to maybe not drugs, I don't know, something. He sold the company to another guy. I forgot the other guy's name. He paid only $100 or something like that to Coca-Cola and got 50% of the shares, started the business. And when that guy, Dr. John Pemberton, died, he paid another $100 to his wife. At that time, $100 was big money. But then again, Coca-Cola was much bigger than that. He took the ideas and he became what he is today. Go and read the history. Have you heard a company called Kellogg's? There are two brothers. One guy was a doctor, other guy was working for the doctor. The younger guy had the brilliant idea of promoting. The elder guy found out how to make this, flakes, but he never wanted to sell it because he had an asylum. He was running an asylum for people, and he only wanted to make that as a medicine. Just hold on for a second. Just hold on. Put some silent mode. Just hold on for a second. Sorry. So, see, a lot of people are unaware about this. Kellogg's, the younger brother started the concept and bought the business from the elder brother. But elder brother was an educated guy, but he didn't have the business, that wit of promoting it. Younger guy started, who was just working for the elder brother. He was just a normal, ordinary guy. So please understand, the business concept can come from anywhere. It's a matter of how much serious are taking forward the concept. So in the concept, okay, you articulate the vision of the company, where are you going to go, you tell the plan, what is your uniqueness. Any business to have some uniqueness, how you're going to make money, discuss the feasibility studies. Can you do it? Now someone says, I want to start send a rocket to the moon. How feasible it is? Not that you can't send a rocket. You can take the entire country's resources, put together and send a rocket. The question is, what do we get sending a rocket? Now, the Isra, I used to use this example all the time. But now I can't use this example because someone sent a rocket from this country. And he's from the different family, which I can't use it. Now I won't be lecturing tomorrow. So the matter nuclear plant. Why do we need a nuclear plant? First and foremost, I need to have feasibility. What are we going to gain? What are the repercussions? So any business should have the business concept. What are the diagnostic sessions you had with your prospective customers? What are we going to do? What are the errors? What are these things? You think your idea is brilliant, but others may not think. Captures and highlights the value proposition in your product or service offering. Customers will make so many business. Some guys come and
Breaking, sir.
students. He started a very popular website. He went to Dubai. He was doing very COVID. He started a web searching company. Brilliant idea, but then again, little too late. There are so many companies who are doing the same thing. So there's no value in it. He comes and asks my ideas. I said, be careful what you're going to invest. Because as long as you don't invest a lot of money, it's fine. He says, you can make it back. I said, fine. But then again, there are bigger companies like Daraz and all these guys who are in the business. How are you going to compete with them? Do you have a value proposition? What are you going to give something? Give me something different that you're going to give the customer. You're not giving unique service. Moving on. Okay. Market analysis. A market analyst defines the target markets that you can position your business, and you will plan, okay, this is my market, this is the share I'm going to target in the market. So you're talking about segmenting, targeting, and positioning. It defines your market, it segments your customers. You can make it my customer, make it my nati customer. Make customer අල්ලගන්න පුළුවන් chance එකක් තියෙනවා. මෙයාව නම් අල්ලගන්න බෑ. You should be able to differentiate them, distinguish them. ඒක කරන්න බැරි නම් you'll be in trouble. You should be able to project your market. You should position your market as a lot of guys I know, they come with ideas, they think they can sell, but when they try to promote it, they can't. They are in trouble. By the time they have spent a lot of money. Discuss pricing and promotions. You identify communication and sales and distribution channels. How am I going to sell my product right to the country, right across the country? How am I going to sell it? How am I going to communicate? Other lazy, FB at that down now. Trust me, another 6 months, FB will become like a, I don't want to use the word. Single it has become something like that. It has become kind of a, kind of a business of, PRO, second patang on English. That kind of business. Nobody wants, because you open FB, so much of ads, people get out of it. They don't want to look at your ad. Your ad is lost in the world of advertisement. Instagram, yes, Instagram, people don't even look at your ad. So you find new ways of communication. I'll tell you, very soon, the internet advertising will come down a little, or maybe a lot. We are in the peak. It's going to come down because people start going back to conventional methods. There's people start reading books and magazines and all, they'll go back. Okay, or there you should find some new ways of advertising. Sales, distribution, okay? Management team. You tell how's your organized structure is, who's your management team, because people are more worried about who your management team is. See, what kind of people are in the who are the managers, who are the leaders in this company, what is their track record? You can't have a bookie guy or one of those guys, maybe a guy who's like taken for task. You can't put them. People don't say, there are things people look at. Working structure, how are you going to operate? Who is okay? There are 3 directors, there are 3 senior managers. Okay, what is their role? What will they do? Will all 3 managers get involved? I know an issue. I'll tell you an issue. I know a friend who ran a successful company. He ran with his friend. We are all of us studied together. Okay, I can't tell the name. It's very unfair if I tell the name. He ran the company so successfully with his friend. Slowly the company started growing huge. It became huge. Not in very popular also. Both the wives got involved. Okay, maybe one of the wives got involved. And this lady started controlling this, that, and the other. And she started dominating and telling things. Eventually, the friends have to separate the company. Because they didn't want the lady to come and poke a finger in everything. And she became uncontrollable. Eventually, they separated the company. Both are running. One, the ladies and the guy, the couple's company is not doing well. The other fellow who's doing alone, he's doing extremely well. I'm not saying you have to do alone. What I'm saying is amount of controls, amount of things that they can do has to be written down. No problems coming into their money that they put in. The expertise. Who am I going to bring in? Okay. What kind of finance plans do you have? The skill gap. Okay. Any business, you need to have skills. If you have a shortage of skill, how are you going to handle it? You have to put a plan on that. Personal plan. Highlight current and future staffing requirement. Okay, how many people are there? Why have I chosen these people? How many guys are going to choose in the future? What are the conditions? What are the criteria? Am I just going to pick people because I had incident. I picked a guy to my company. He came recommendation from his village saying he's a good boy. So my MD said, we'll take him. I said, don't take recommendation from village fellows. They will always say good about the fellows in the village. No one's going to say, they will never say. He never listened. He said, no, come on, a chance at them. We took him. This fellow almost bankrupted my company. And still is working in my company and screwing day in, day out. So please understand, when you're hiring people, where should you hire? How should you hire? Everything should be. Then when you start a business, most of the time what you do is you give business to a friend. Yeah, you bring friends and known people. But the question is, can you run with them in the future? Or will they say, let's say you start with two of your friends. Eventually, they want the lion's share. Earlier, they said, eventually, they want the lion's share of the company. Now, they will say, okay, we separate it. Or they will start on their own. Or they move on. What are you going to do? Plan very well. And marketing plan, which we're going to discuss later, and I'm going to talk about it. It talks about what your purpose, what you want to accomplish, and it's very important for your funding game plan. Okay, so marketing is all about marketing plan. Section will explain internal perspective, impacts of results, blah blah blah. Explain the external markets, sets the direction, meaning goals, set clear, realistic, measurable targets, deadlines, budgets, and accountability. Who's doing all these things? So which we'll be discussing in detail later. Okay. Then financial plan. There are 2 slides I want to discuss, and after that I'll give you a small break, maybe five minutes, just to refresh yourself. You don't have to listen to me also for 1 hour. It's very difficult even for me to listen to myself for 1 hour. Okay. So the financial plan tells the company is going to specific financial targets and objectives. Okay. It clearly defines what a successful outcome entails. It speaks about the plan isn't merely a prediction, but it always says this will happen. It may happen, it may not, but at least you know it might happen, so you are prepared. It provides you with vital feedback and control tools, how to handle in a scenario. Suddenly you are planning something and you're short of money. How can you take a bank loan? How can you get overdraft? Something like that. Something. Or how to find a small time investor. Should I bring a share investor, or should I bring in an investor just for profit sharing? It shows how to anticipate problems. Financial planning is the most essential part in your business for an entrepreneur. It shows investors the time frames you have scheduled to make profits. Some elements of the plans are important assumptions, financial indicators, break-even analysis, projected profit and loss, projected cash flow, projected balance sheet, business ratios, long-term plan. These all will be discussed in the financial class. Okay, so you can do short-term forecasting, budgeting, blah blah blah, all these things. And I'll give you the slides. Read. Okay. So you have strategic forecast and you can cash forecast. There are 2 different forecasts. Strategic forecast where they're going to take the company on long term in terms of finances, and cash forecast in the short term, how are going to make this money to make that long term plan. Okay. We have operation plan, how we're going to run the operation, the structure of the company, the expenses, capital requirement, all these things. So I don't want to go into details. So finally, the most important thing, if I put the takeaway from this whole the slide, the context is, in order to help your company to become better, gaining interest in investors, you should have these: executive summary, business concept, market analysis, management team, marketing plan, financial plan, operation management plan. These are very important so that the company will be very, very successful in future. It will not guarantee you success, but at least in success, it will guarantee you sustenance. I single කියන්න මේක ඔයගලන්ට success එක guarantee කරන්නේ නැහැ. But success එකේදී කල්පවත්ම ඒ කියන්නේ කාලාන්තර තිස්සේ company අරන් යන්න පුළුවන් හැකියාවක් දෙනවා. Sustenance. Okay. So any questions you have, please throw at me right now. I'm giving you an opportunity to ask questions. Guys, please ask questions when you are given an opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to know whether you'll be teaching us to do a market research, because I can't hear you, sir.
I see. I can tell you the basics of a marketing research.
Okay.
I can't tell you a research because that research itself is a subject of its own. Yes, research is kind of a 1 month class.
Right. Will you be doing a class separately somewhere?
Hey, but if you want as a personal assistant, I can do that. Yeah, you have my number, right? I can always.
Yeah, I do. The thing is, one of my products that I had, and I've been doing it for some time. And then later, someone in the field told me that it is a failed market in Sri Lanka. But I didn't really know that until I started and moved on. But it just moved on.
Good. Gully. That's simple. Gully. What we'll do is that we'll keep it for after class.
Yeah, sure.
That question. You know why? Because that's a very personal question.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So
Okay.
I promise you, I'll talk to you on this. I promise you. Okay.
Right.
As soon as I finish my class, when all the other guys get out of this thing, we go off the record. We will discuss. Others will be unfair to others, no.
Yeah.
But general comments, you can ask general questions. Yes.
All right.
You did something and you fail somewhere, no problem. You can ask. Yes, please. Any questions? Question I can't become ජීවිතේට ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්න නැහැ. Sasindu, Akalanka, Hiroshi, Nimesh. Yes, take දෙනවා කිව්ව එකකින් දාවා. එහෙම නෙවෙයිනේ. Come on, ask questions, man. Don't worry. I'll tell you, I'll promise you one thing. More the questions you ask, more the learnings you'll get. You will never fail in asking questions. I'll promise you that. Gayan, are you still there? Gayan?
Sir?
Oh my God, you're there. I asked a question earlier. I thought you know.
Sir,
fallen dead or something.
වැඩ ගොඩයි sir.
කාත් එකද?
පොඩි බබාලා ඉන්නවනේ sir. ඔයාලා විල එක වහනවා මම ඉතින් මියුට් කරන් හිටියා.
ඒක ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. When you ask the question, the small players are there. We understand you're at home, no? හරිද? වයස කීය පොඩි ළමයි ඉන්නේ?
මාස එකමාරයි අවුරුදු 3යි 4යි 6යි.
6යි 4යි 4ක් ඉන්නවද?
4ක් ඉන්නවා.
මාර බිසි නේ. Entrepreneurship anyways, good thing to have a lot of kids. It's nice, that much I can tell you. This is not to hurt the fellows who don't have kids. What I'm saying is, if you have kids, we are lucky because see, it's a blessing from whatever God that you believe in. Because I tell you that now it's very difficult. I'll tell you when you will be happy. When you grow old, you will have a lot of fellows around you. You know, they are kanu. They are like the pillars of your ගෙදරටත් කණු වගේ හරියට හැදුවා. හරියට හදන්න ඕනේ. හරිද? හරියට හැදුවේ නැත්නම් ගහලා එල්ලලා දාද ලංකාවේ ඒකනේ දුක්ඛිතම තත්ත්වේ. ඒක වෙන්නේ හරියට ආගම දහමට දැහැමිව හදන්න ඕන ළමයි. සල්ලි කියන එක කොල කැල්ලක් කියලා විතර පොඩි කාලේ ඉඳන් උගන්වන්න. සල්ලි කියන්නේ කොල කැල්ලක්. ඒකේ වටිනාකම නැති විදිහට ගන්නොත් තමයි වත් පණ වගේ ඉන්නේ. But I'm just telling everyone also, because see, that's another challenge that people have. Most of these people, entrepreneurs, when they start, they are married, they have kids, they don't know what to do, they have lost their jobs, so they want to start, and children, school fees, these are all challenges. Okay, trust me, these are all part and parcel of your cycle. මේක තිබ්බේ නැත්නම් ඒකේ ආතල්ලයකුත් නෑ. අර සිංහලෙන් කියනවනේ පොඩි අර සිංහලෙන් කියන ආතල්ල එකක් නෑ. You know, you have to have the cycle. You know why? When you grow old, I tell my children, I have 2 kids. Okay, there's just nothing wrong. I hope that I can discuss. I don't want to discuss my personal things, but just to keep it posted, I have 2 kids. One is who turned 18 yesterday. He turned 18 yesterday. The other fellow is 13. Okay, so I have a lot of challenges in my life. You know, the education and all these things expensive, and you know, the eldest fellow is doing ACCA. Ek part 200 pounds I have to pay. Yesterday he comes and suddenly we are talking, he says I need to pay 200 pounds by today, and for my exam. You just don't find money like that. I didn't have a cent in my hand. Thank God you have a credit card, we pay. That's the challenge they'll give you. They'll keep you on the rim. But the beautiful thing is, if you know how to handle them, you know, if you make them friends, and you know, it's very nice. It's very nice, and they know you know that you are guaranteed. Maybe you don't know whether you live to see their success. You may not even live to see the success. My brother died. He had 3 kids. He never lived up upon to see the success of his children. Okay, but then again, it's always nice to have lots of kids if you are able to. At this age, whatever age, I have only 2 now. I'm too late to go and have kids anyway. So But that's a huge challenge you're going to face. How are going to pay their school fees, that this and the other, and at the same time, and you create a business and they are not interested in taking over. I see lots of youngsters nowadays. They don't want to take their father's business. They want to do on their own. So that's another challenge. How can we include them in the business? How can we include them in the system, in the success? Because there are so many rich guys I come across daily. I talk to a lot of guys. What happens is they eventually what happens is what they do is they make a lot of money. They send their children to Australia to become somebody. So these guys, they go to Australia, they become doctors, or they get married to Australian girl or something. They don't want to come back. I asked the question. Couple of months back, I met a rich guy. He does he's into fashions, garment clothes, huge. He's kind of a billionaire. I was talking to him. I saw something sad in his face. He was talking to me. I was just building a huge house, and huge, good, decent order for us also. So I was talking, not huge, decent order. I was talking to him. I asked him a question. Sir, he looked at my face suddenly and asked, "I come do adane." Because sir wage kattiya උන්තර මම මගේ හම්බෙලා තියෙන ජීවිතේ ඕලන් මෙරි හම්බ කරනවා ළමයි පිටරට ගිහලා උගන්වනවා ඒ ළමයි එහෙම තරපදයන් එනවා in a smile I said ඇත්ත පුතා. My daughter is in Australia. She is there, and my only son is here. I don't know whether he is also interested in taking over business. I asked the question, sir. So මෙච්චර මහන්සිලා business එක ඇදුවේ මොකටද? For what? So it's a balance of act. If you don't have a succession plan also. So what I'm saying, so again, you are lucky that you have whatever business you're going to build, you will have, guys who will fight to take over the company. And then again, it should be a very viable. So anyway, I'll give a small break. And now it's 10:51 actually. 11 o'clock we'll meet again. 11 o'clock sharp, we'll meet again. Until that, I want you all to take a walk. Get out of your machines. Okay? Put on mute mode. And walk around, just walk around those. If you have nothing else to do, walk around the house, throw a stone to your neighbor's house, or just kick the cat. It's okay. Just do something different, just to make yourself comfortable. 11 o'clock we are meeting again. All right. Yes, can I see the screen?
Yes, I can see.
All right. Okay. Let's discuss about the marketing plan. All right. Now. Now, business plan and marketing plan is different. Marketing plan is one part of the business plan, and then you have the financial plan, the operation plan. So now my job is to go deep into it, but then again, I took you in a different path just to keep you all abreast of what's happening around. Okay. Now, when the recording is on, just hold off a second, checking the recording is on. Okay, recording is on. Yep.
Sir, can't hear you.
No, I was checking the recording is on because others who will join later, they need to see it now. All right. So, Lanka, you have to put your microphone mute. Thank you. All right. Sorry. Guys, can you see the screen now? No.
No, sir.
No, I see the screen.
No, we can't.
I know, because there's another dance started, no? All right.
All
okay,
right,
now
yes.
I'm sure you can see the screen. All right, now, moving on. Now, what is planning? That's a very important question that a lot of guys have asked. Now, we will take a lot of time to understand because this is the real content. Okay, so this class will go on until the next week. Okay, so what is planning? Can someone explain to me what planning is? I have to speak in this class a lot. We're asking a lot of questions. I'll take time. Yeah.
Planning is like putting down a mind map to achieve a goal.
Okay. Anyone else who wants to better that? Anyone who wants to better that?
Process of achieving something.
Because I was achieving something. Okay. Okay. Anyone who wants to better that? Anyone wants to better that? Guys, there are 6 guys in the class and only 2 answered. Anyone who wants to better that? You can speak up, no problem. Okay. Today in companies, many managers are either busy or have no time for planning. Now, this is a reality we discussed earlier. We discussed this earlier. A lot of guys are extremely busy. They have no time, or they think they don't need a planning. Regardless the size of the company, regardless the position of the company, regardless the situation of the company. It could be a individual organization. It could be a partnership. It could be a small and medium entrepreneurs, kind of a small, mid-sized company, or maybe even a large company. Managers are very busy and don't have time for plan. Or even if they have a plan, they just jot down what they had last year and they try to sort out their problems. Okay? Sad. Today, many companies operate without planning. Managers think only large companies need planning. Planning helps managers and organizations think ahead systematically. Okay? Now, if you put a plan tells you how to do things. Example, I'll give a bucket of paint and there's a room that I need to paint. There's one way out, one door. Example, one way out, one way in. A smart guy will start from one end of the room and keep on painting and come up to the door and not start from the door side, because if he finish painting, he'll end up at the other side of the room, and where he can't come out. The wet paint is there, so he can't walk out. Now, this is a simple explanation of planning. Now, if I ask, you want to go on a trip, let's all go on a trip. This entire class, let's go on a trip. Let's say we all go. So I asked, where should we go? I said, let's go here. What do we need here? Now, Noorali, it's cold. We need jackets. We need this. We need that. How are you going to go? Bus, car, lorry, van, bicycle, walking. You plan. What are we going to eat there? Where are we going to stay there? What are we going to do there? You do all these pre-planned, or at least you do right in your mind. Even you may not say that, because if you don't do it, you go there. Actually, happened to us. A lot of things happened to me, unfortunately. We for about 6 of our friends, we went to a trip. We went to one of my friends' mother was the I think at the time was a director for the nurses. So we got the nursing quarters for us to stay. We went to, it's in Badul. Okay, now this is between only us, just to discussion point. So we went there, and it's a pretty nice, lovely place, very nice. I think the director's quarters we got, and we were staying there, and we were given a condition: don't drink. Couple of conditions. The other thing is, don't go out in the night, or to the other side of where all the nurses' quarters were there. That's the other side, but you can see from your room when you come out. Don't gaze at them. So very few small conditions. That's it. And the first thing we did was, in the night, we were all looking at all the nurses, changing, as usual, but boys do. Nothing bad, just, at 20, 21, that's what boys do. If they don't look at the nurses changing, I think they have a bigger problem than that. Anyway, so then in the night, these guys started drinking, what they said. And there's this guy, he eventually went to become a top guy in IBM. He puked all over the house. So much so, the entire room was full of puke. Next day morning, the guy came, opened the room. By the way, I don't drink. Thank God I was the only guy who was not drunk that day. And I went and slept in the room. And next day morning, the first thing that guy came, opened the room, the curator, the caretaker. So he opened and he saw puke all over. He ran. I know what he's going to do. He went and called this fellow's mother. We were asked immediate to get out of the house. So we all packed, and the evening, meaning the afternoon, we all got. We had nowhere to go, no plan, nothing. We went to Noor Ali, hoping to stay, get a place and stay. It was a season. We didn't get a single place to stay. We were staying inside the van. Have you ever tried staying inside the van in Noor Ali? Now people don't realize this, when the van still becomes cold and inside becomes colder. It's like a refrigerator. Outside was more light or milder than that. You were freezing, no place to sleep, nothing. We stayed the whole night awake. We were going party to party, meaning all these things happening. We went going all over. In the night, we were all awake in the van. Next day morning, we came back to Kalam. Simple thing. We never planned. We never had a backup plan. Anything goes wrong, we never planned. We never had a backup plan. We had a origin. So planning helps you to think systematically. Something goes wrong, what are you going to do? What should you do? Those kind of things will come into play. It focuses on the company to sharpen its objectives and policies, leads better coordination of the organization effort, and provide clear performance standard for control. When you are doing things in order, you can put a lot of things in perspective. Your standards, your controls, your performance conditions, your effort, everything could be coordinated very well. So what is planning? Planning involves coordinating resources and channeling towards achievement of a predetermined goal. You're trying to achieve something. You're trying to achieve something today for tomorrow. Meaning, actually, you're planning something today for tomorrow. That's planning. In simple English, planning something today for tomorrow. That's the original meaning of planning. You have predetermined goal. What do I want to achieve? Say, example, I want to become a doctor. At 15, 16, I should have planned that. I should pass my O-levels, had to get good grades in science and maths. Then I want to do my A-level. I had to get through my O-levels, then go to A-levels with good results in science and maths. Then I choose science as A-level, bioscience. Somehow get through all three modules, go to the campus, then become a doctor. It doesn't happen when you're 18. It happens when you're 15. You have to have predetermined goals when you want to become a doctor. When I was in grade 7, when people ask, what do you want to be? It's a standard answer we give. I want to become a doctor. Everybody wants to become a doctor. At the same time, my brother also had the same dream, want to become a doctor. He was right throughout on the same. Halfway through, I was changing from accountant to doctor to engineer to architect. For me, everything was changing. By the time I came to O-level, I had no clue what I want to become. My brother still wanted to become a doctor. He eventually became a doctor. He got the best results in the college for O-levels and got 4 A's. You get A's, right? Distinctions for A-levels, and went to Colombo campus, Colombo University medical faculty, became a doctor because he had a plan. I still remember when we were studying together. He was 2 years older to me. He's finishing his A-levels, and I was starting my A-levels. So he was doing science. I was very bright, very brilliant in science. I was starting my A-levels in science. I started doing science for 2 reasons. One, I always want to explore things that I've not seen. If I did accounts, I was the best in accounts in my college, but I was not interested in accounts, finance, or management or anything, because I want to cut cockroaches, toads, want to learn about mountains, trees. I had vivid things in my life. I was dreaming of learning vivid things. Never want to pass the exam, but want to learn. So I chose. The second reason is all the good-looking girls were doing bioscience. They are the most prettiest ones. They don't talk. So I want to be in that league. Honestly, I'm being very honest. So I somehow did. So one day he told me, and I was doing my A-levels. I was always partying with boys. I go around, come home at 1 o'clock in the night. Party means not a drinker. No, I don't drink. I had a lot of friends. My brother didn't have any. He always studies. Once he told me, 2 years of my life I will waste studying, and the rest of my life I will enjoy. But you idiot, 2 years of your life you'll party, and the rest of your life you'll suffer. I don't know. That was like, I don't know whether it's right or wrong. It happened both ways. Actually, he became a doctor. He enjoyed life, but he died. So unfortunately, he couldn't enjoy his life. I'm still living, and I'm enjoying life. I don't know what is right, what is wrong. I don't know how to put it. But what he said, up to a certain extent, that's true. You should plan. The purpose of planning is to understand where are we now, your current situation. Because a lot of companies, they try to do a lot of things, but they forget where they stand, what their current finance stand, what their current operational stand, how many people they have, what business are they into. They may know that, but then how much deep rooted they are into. They try to do a lot of things and they fail. Then they close down the company. So before you do anything, you should know where do you stand, your current position in terms of the environment, your legal standards, your political stand, what's your current situation in the market, in terms where what is your strength, what is your weakness, what are your opportunities, what are your threats, all your current situation. Where do you want to be? Your objectives. Now, these two are very, very important. Where am I now? Where do I want to be? How to go there? So first one is your current situation, second one is your objectives, third one is your strategies and tactics. Now, how to go there? And finally, how do you ensure arrival? Mama gila wadak ne mama yane ek mama plan karna. Companies ඔක්කොම යනවා හැමදාම උදේට යනවා වැඩ කරනවා ගෙදර යනවා වැඩ කරනවා ගෙදර යනවා අපි යන තැන අපි මාක් කරගන්නවා අපි achievements ටික අපි මාක් කරගන්නවා දැන් 2 years වලින් මෙතනට යන්න ඕනේ මාක් කරනවාද අපි එතනට ආවද කියලා බලනවාද තව 2 years වලින් මෙතනට යන්න ඕනේ කියනවා අපි එතනට යනවාද එතනට ගියාද කියලා බලනවාද do you ensure your arrival? For example, after O levels I should see whether I get good results. Now I know I can do A levels. After doing A levels I should see whether I got 3 A's or 4 A's or whatever. Then I can go to the campus. Now I know I can go to the campus. Now I go to the campus. In the campus I study. I should see whether I have achieved those things before becoming a doctor. Planning to become a doctor is the easiest thing, but then again putting that into practice is the most difficult. So why plan? Why companies plan? Today customers are becoming more sophisticated and quality conscious. Now tell me, 20 years back, 25 years back, Nazria, no, what's your name again? Sorry, your name is not Nazria.
Yes, sir, Nazria.
Nazria,
Yeah.
Nazria. Where are you from, Nazria?
I'm from Kolpiti, sir. Colombo.
I'm from Kolpiti. Where do you college?
I'm at Metropolitan.
No, where do you study? School.
Sorry?
Where do you school?
International school, Ilma International School.
You went to Ilma. Okay. All right. Okay. So you must be like very old student from the Ilma campus. Not mean you're old. I'm not meaning that. So it's you're into business for a long time.
No, just 2.5 years.
All right. Okay. Fine. That's nice. So see, I'll tell you a story. About 20-25 years back, when you say a cake is just a butter cake, do you know that? If someone goes somewhere, I remember my mother says, everywhere you go, you should take a gift. It's a very important thing when you go to meet people. Even today, I do that. She taught me good things. Okay. Nowadays, fellows don't do it. Just bang into a house. She says, buy something. They could be rich, they could be poor. This poor, buy more. They're rich. You can just buy something and go. Just buy a gift. So just to make a presence very comfortable to them. So you used to buy this butter cake, little, and it's the most popular cake. But when you buy a date cake, it's more classy. What do you call this? Cream, what do you put this, all these things, chocolate and all, cake and all, where the icing and all. If you buy one of those, that's the classiest. I'm talking 25 years back, all right? Now maybe 30-35 years back, maybe let's assume 35 years back. You are like elite when you get one of those cakes. That means you have been respected a lot. But today, you think people even give do they give 2 hoots to chocolate cake? Nazria.
No, sir. No.
What do they expect? They are in a different league, right? They're asking for wild berry. Some of the words I can't even pronounce, honestly. Okay, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because see, my children, my eldest son, he loves cooking. He watches all these programs, and I myself also watch. Even though I can't cook, I can only cook tea. I can cook tea. I can't make tea. Okay, so
Okay.
what happens is we both watch this TLC and all these programs. My eldest son loves watching cooking. Some of these things I wonder. Some of the words I don't even understand. The customers are becoming so sophisticated today. The products have become so sophisticated. The things they use, some of them we have never even heard. So now only these are coming into practice. Okay, people are very quality conscious. Customers. You understand? Today the taste is bad. Customers are going to complain. They are going to they go to Facebook and they say, don't go to this cake joint. පොඩි කේක් එකේ අප්සෙට් එකක් තිබ්බ ගමන් ගහනවා Facebook එකේ ඇවිල්ලා. අර වඳුරට දැලිපිය හම්බුණා වගේනේ මේ Facebook එක. So many guys go. And I have done that, but with genuine reasons. You just don't go begging. Because you have to understand, these fellows also make a very hard effort to bring a company up. They say you make a cake, don't go to Facebook and say don't buy cake for Nazria. Correct the whole thing. For me, it's very easy. Just go type something. Don't eat Nazria's cake. Cake and bakes. Don't eat something. It's the easiest thing to say on Facebook. And there I'm very, very careful that I have got students who will share and reshare. So even if I want to make a complaint, I can't put it on Facebook. So they are sophisticated. They are asking for, when we only need the bat and the ball to play cricket. Today the games are very different. Batter ball in grade 8, how we play. We find a way to play. PS5s, Xbox skin, special edition. I never bought it. I got a gift. I will never buy any of those kind of rubbish because these guys are glued to it. You will never learn anything out of it. Just glued to hours and hours of gaming. But they are sophisticated. They don't want to play normal cricket and football. They're changing. So you have to change. Planning guides the development and increasingly unknown and uncertain future. Remember, planning is all about, say, you have a path, but you're looking for this very, very dark, pitch black. You can't see your own palm. This is your journey is like that. Today's
We can't hear you.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, can see.
I can't. I don't know whether you can see the screen. So someone has to answer.
We can see the screen. Can you hear us?
Okay. So what I was saying is, planning go that tied to the other side of a pitch black, area. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Now we can.
That's all. Okay, so anyways, so it's like, you have a pitch black dark area, you're asked to go to the other side, you don't know how to go, you don't know how scary it is. But planning is like somebody ties a rope from this end to the other end. It's pitch black and dark, uncertain and not too sure, but still you have a rope to hang on, to walk across holding it. Planning is something like that. Planning gives a proactive stance, meaning most of the people, they have a reactive, anything happen. No. Planning will say, this might happen, this will happen, you change your game plan. You change your game plan in advance. It gives a proactive stance. When the calling api plan කරන්න ඕනේ. මෙහෙම වෙයි. දැන් හෙට මාකට් එක වහයි. ආණ්ඩුවෙන් කොච්චර නෑ කිව්වත් හෙට වහයි. දැන් කොච්චර නෑ කිව්වත් දැන් වැහුවනේ ජූනි මන්දන 4 වෙනිදාද ඕන වහනවනේ. නෑ කීගෙන හිටිය ආමි කමාන්ඩර්. මොලේ තියෙන මිනිස්සෙක් කියන නෑ මේ මිනිස්සුන්ගේ ෂුවර් නෑ. වහයි. සිටුේෂන් එක ඩේන්ජරස්. අපි මොන හරි plan කරලා තියාගමු. So anyone who has planned would be smiling. The fellows that are army commander, I'm not saying against him. What I'm saying is, you should have known it's coming. Because the only thing is, the government cannot say that we are closing for a long period, because it'll buckle the system up and the whole thing will crash. So they also have to play. I'm not a support against the government. In this scenario, I have to support the government, unfortunately. Okay, because it's a pandemic we are fighting. Okay, any given day I'll vote against the government. That's a different thing. But for the pandemic, I'll support them. Because somebody has to do things. So army is trying to do a good job. So army will not come and say we are going to close next 3 weeks. People get scared. So they say vahanne. So people who are proactive, they already planned, anticipated. Calling vehicle hita ganna. Okay. Establish a proactive stance, anticipate changes, ensure and sustain competitive position. You know things will change. Dialogue always thought HLR will be the main competitor. HLR and Hutch will close down. To see Hutch bought over Salat and became Dialogue's main competitor. You should have that anticipation. Now you start a fight all over again. Corporate strategic planning guides the overall company. Now, if your company is a large company, I don't know, none of you all have a large company here. It guides the overall company. Strategic planning. So planning and strategy. Planning is simply the process of deciding in the present what to do in the future. Plan very simple, in simple English. It involves in laying down course of action for specified time period. Time period which will utilize the resources in most effective manner. If you plan ahead, you know how many people you need to do this. For example, if you plan to go on a trip, okay, next week you are going, okay, you plan to go on a trip to say Goa or somewhere, you know, van book karna, van kidane daan puluwan, 12 daan puluwan. Etor we are only calling 12 fellows. Natta van book kala 200 kanagala trip ekge, what are you going to do? You're going to struggle. So likewise, you plan your resources in advance because you know what's going to happen. You plan in advance. Planning will work towards achievement of a specific goal. Planning can be split into 5 stages. These are very important. This is like they say, like the 10 commandments in the Bible. Okay, again, respecting the Bible. Okay, I'm saying that they say the most important thing is the 10 commandments. So there are 5 commandments in planning. The first question you should ask yourself is, where am I now? The question, where am I now? Or where are you now is your current status, meaning your current situation. Example, let's say if you take my company, the company I'm going to start now, I am in the process of registering the company. I am in the process of writing down the company profile, setting up the website. The basic things. I have 5 brands I have already started discussing with, but none of the products I have bought down. Likewise, I know where am I now. Tomorrow I can go and talk to a customer and get a see. There's a product that I'm working. Airport has already shown interest. Sri Lankan airport. But then again, I can't. I said I can't. I told them. They asked why. I said I'm not ready. Airport is a 365 operation. Mine is a service operation. I said I don't have the people and the capacity to do airport right now. If I take it, tomorrow I'm going to suffer left, right, and center. So I said I want to do a couple of smaller projects, and when I'm ready, I'll come to you. So you should understand your current status, current situation, your strengths, your weaknesses before you go to be the big game. Where do you want to be? The question where do you want to be is, please understand. That is my objectives, my goals. I have a dream. I want to be the number one in that particular business I am planning. I want to be, and I can be if I am properly supported by my team, if I have proper investors, because that particular business I am the only guy who's doing it right now, or the plan that's only guy has that plan. So if I work very hard on that, I can be the number one. That's my dream, to become number one. How can you get there? What are things that I need? What are my plans? What are my strategies? You know, the whole thing works on how to go there. I can say, okay, a trip back and Garlet, Komada, Komari and the back, Kramatino, Garlet and the Kramagudatino, Jaffna Gill and Pulong Garlet, Ratnapura Gill and the Pulong Garlet, Highwaking and the Pulong Garlet, or God Roading and the Pulong Garlet. But my question is, which is the best way? I had to choose the right way. So in plans also, you'll get a couple of directions. You have to choose the best way, the cheapest, the most economical, the most resourceful one you have to choose. You get agency tomorrow. You're getting an agency of some, say, some particular cake thing. Say one of those ingredients. You got the, say, from France, company has given you the agency. You are the distributor. So now you have a choice of appointing small distributors or dealers in all the towns, or you can go and work with one of the larger companies like AB Mauri or something. There are companies like that. No, you choose the best. You choose a company like AB Mauri, they might sometimes go and directly get the agency. Now there's a risk that you have. But on the other hand, if you take but then again, they will buy large quantity from you. But on the other hand, if you decide, no, I'll work with the small timers says, low quantity can do, quantity can do, then api masking sali denna. So now you have to invest all your money. Now where do you find that money? Can you take that risk? When is the return coming? So there are pros and cons. So you have to find the best way. And how do you ensure arrival? Any journey, at the end of the time period, you keep on checking whether you arrive. Make it company targets. Why do they give targets for sales guys? Because the company has a larger target. Example, 2 years down the line, we want to achieve 500 million sales. Right now we are doing 100, but we want to go to 500 million. Let's assume. So you need another 400 million. For that, you have to find people, resources, all those things. And the sales guys will be given targets. Because sales guys are the guys achieving. No, so right now I'm doing 1 million target. So they double my target to 2 million. Example. So we have, let's assume we have 10 sales guys. Example. I'll just tell you. So earlier we were doing 1 million into 12. One guy does 1 million into 12 is 12 million. Into 10 guys, we do 120 million here. Now my company wants it to be 500 million. Now we have 20 people. Let's make an assumption. Okay. Now we are given 2 million target into 20 into 12. We are going to achieve 480 million. But then again, now the guy is given 2 million target. The problem is you have to keep on checking whether he's achieving the 2 million every month. Consistently have to achieve. So every month, end of the month, they check whether they achieve target. Let's say in this month you only done 1.5. Next month they ask you to do 2.5. There are months you do 3. So the rest month you can play around. You know, you have to see whether you can achieve that. You make sure to ensure that arrival. The importance of planning. Why? With this we'll stop the class for today. Planning, because the market is becoming very dynamic. The market we saw 30 years back, 20 years back, 15 years back, 10 years back is not there anymore. Everything has changed. Everything has become digital. Even scolding has become digital. They come and scold you on Facebook. ඉස්සර අපි යාළුවන්ට බයින්ඩ් ඕන නම් මොනවද කරන්නේ? ෆෝන් එක ගත්තා බැන්න උන්තර කුණු හරපෙන් ආයි විශේෂ. දැන් එහෙම නැහැ. දැන් බයින්නේ මේ Facebook එකේ ගිහලා බයිනවා. බයිනවා නැත්තම් අර මොකද Instagram එකේ. All, even that also you don't have that human feeling. Market has become so dynamic, so change. Today, ඉස්සර සිද්ධාලප compete කරේ සහනාලෙක්. If Siddhalepa thinks their main competitor is Sahanalepa, they are stupid. They are out of this game. Because Amurtaja, Tiger, Vintojan, Huxley's, all these guys have come. Your market has totally changed. You are no more competing with those guys. You are competing with international brands. Your market has totally changed. Globalized competitive market. Today you are no more. Other one there, eBay, there, Amazon, there, you can order down. You're not fighting in the, see, if I want, I'll tell you a simple example. In this COVID period, my wife, we want to put our child for some extra classes, maths, and because the school today they never join the college. I know they sleep at that time. So we need my son to second fellow to learn a bit of, we found an English medium teacher, not from Colombo, from Ratnapura, a maths teacher who's really good, who's really good for that. And I was expecting in Ratnapura, I thought her language could have been poor, but no, she's impeccable. She speaks good English. I was amazed and I was so happy. I know I went and told so many guys, this girl does from home and she does a wonderful job. So for Ratnapura, a Colombo fellow studying, there's no offense in that. I actually liked it. She has started and she's now in my family, so many guys, they're studying under her. My cousins, sisters, children, they're all studying. Earlier, if I want to send a tuition, I could have sent it to Valota, somewhere close by. Tuition. Now, from Ratnapura, somebody is teaching at your own time, own pace. The market has become globalized. You know what I'm saying? I can teach to a guy in Poland, Czechoslovakia, or maybe in Russia, or maybe in America. I can teach today. Actually, our MBA, we opened up where students from other countries, Cambodia, Dubai, Italy, and all are joining. Today, market is no more your local market, it's globalized market. See, Nazria, your cake could be sold into other markets if you know how to handle it. Today, people look at brands, significance of brands. Brands have become so powerful. People don't buy unknown brands, so you have to create your own branding. 12 years back, I met a guy. He was bringing down this baking powder and all these basic things, and cake. What is that paper that you use for that cake? Oil paper or something. I told him, the guy, nice guy, uneducated, basically educated. So he always says, I'm an uneducated, you help me. So I used to help him a lot, free. I never charged him. Okay, I told his name. I can't tell his name. He says, create a brand name. 12 years later, I meet him 3 days back when I was on holiday, maybe 3-4 days back, I meet him. Today he runs one of the largest distribution businesses. He has taken Stasson's entire distribution operation. He brings down a lot of products, all our brands. He is running a multi-million rupee operation. I say, Shazli, thank you very much. You told me branding is important. Today I'm doing all brands. Everything I've branded. So much so, he has created his own butter and cheese called a brand called Ceylon Dairies. If you come across, please go and buy. Support the guy. Okay. He's going to expand his business. So he wants me to come and assist him in. And I don't charge a cent from him because I know him as a friend. And I'm so happy because he has listened to me and he's become somebody. I think that's more of a happiness than money. Today we are talking about innovation. Everything has changed. Everything has innovated. Today your calculator, your alarm clock, everything has been taken off by your mobile phone. So much so, actually I'm talking to you, I'm charging my phone, my watch, which is what do you call this new technology, this touch phone, okay, which can show my heartbeat and all this rubbish. I don't know if this is accurate or not, but I'm very happy. It shows a good reading all the time. It shows my pressure. It shows my number of steps I've walked, how many kilojoules I've burned. So much of innovation, just a small piece in your hand. Way forward for companies today is acquisition, strategic alliances, partnership, and joint ventures. As I said, today example, I was talking to a couple of guys because I'm a member of something called TOI, Teaching of Islam, which is about 50,000 members across the country, where I do some videos for them. Okay, if you anyone, it's nothing about it's not a religious this thing. It's just a band of, there are a lot of non-Muslims in that group, lots of non-Muslims. We try to help a lot of people. I'm just a guy who goes and give resources free. Okay, I did a couple of programs which actually you can go and find the videos in my The Shazli Show YouTube channel. Please, if you go, please subscribe. Okay, because I want to put more videos. If more subscription comes only, you don't have to pay. It's free. I want to put more videos. I was talking about something very important. Today, if you take 5 girls, all 5 girls make cake. Naturally, they are competing each other and losing their own business because there are a number of cakes people can eat. More the cake manufacturers or the creators of cake comes in, the same number of cakes will be sold, but your sales will come down. So how do you handle that situation? I have told in that video. Go and watch. So today we're talking about strategic alliances, partnerships, joint ventures, even in small scale. We're talking about economic trade, but if you are hoping to export, I'm a certified trainer on exporting to Europe, which maybe I'll try to get Gayatrika for maybe for their next postgrad level. If they launch the program, we'll come and teach you on how to export to Europe. Even if not, if you can talk to me personally as a favor, I'll do for Edulink. I'll do it for y'all. Do one day extra how to export to Europe. I can do a program on that if you're hoping to export. Okay. Learning out today, companies are becoming more and more learning organization. They are trying to knowledge. They are doing knowledge management. They are hiring the top end guys and they are paying them the bigger salaries. Okay. Increase accountability. No more pote liyala horeng accounts karana business bear. Today shareholders are very serious about what you are giving them. They ask questions. You'll be in trouble. If not, cross-functional activities are happening. So anyway, so before I go to the next, developing a plan. Okay, we will anyway be discussing this next week again a little bit. Okay, so I'll stop here. Slide number 7. Any questions you all have? Any questions you all have before I say thank you very much, gentlemen and ladies? Any questions you all have? Any questions you all have? So I think it's a no. Yeah, Harshini, please. Yeah, Harshini, ask the question, please. I can see you raised your hand, Harshini. Harshini, can you hear me? Guys, I'll say okay. Gayan doesn't have a question. Harshini, you have a question. You have raised your hand. I'm waiting for you to.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Harshini, you have a question?
So then,
Can.
planning එක හදනකොට ඒකේ අපි time period එක කොච්චර කාලයකටද අපි time එක schedule කරන්නේ?
එහෙම ගන්න. ඒක අපි next week කොහොමද discuss කරනවාට මෙහෙම තමයි. ඔයාගේ plan එක Harshini මෙහෙම තමයි. සමහර planning මෙහෙම තමයි. අපිට අවුරුද්දක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සමහර මාස 6ක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සමහර අවුරුදු 10ක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Sony වගේ company අවුරුදු 100කට plan කරනවා. ඔයාට මට කරන්න බෑ ඒක. හරිද? ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ අවුරුදු ගණන් නෙවෙයි. ඒ plan කරන ගාන කැලි වලට කඩන්න ඕනේ. කඩල මොකද අද අපිට ෂුවර් නෑනේ හෙට මොනවද වෙන්නේ කියලා. අපි අවුරුද්ද plan කරාට වැඩක් නෑ. හරිද? plan එක හරියන්න තියෙන්න පුළුවන් නේ.
ඔව්.
හරිද? එතකොට මේ මොකද්ද ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ? ඒතර ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙන්නේ මේ මොකද්ද මේ ඒ plan එක කොහොමද ඉස්සර අරගන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. ඒතර එහෙම සිටුේෂන් එකක් ආවම දැන් ඔයා මොකද්ද කරන්නේ? හරිද තේරෙනවද?
ඔව්. එතකොට සර් plan එක achieve කරන්න අපි මේ stage වලදී මෙන්න මේක කරනවා කියලා අපි ඒකට මේ
ඔක්කොම plan කරනවා. හරිද? ඔයා plan කරන් යනවා කියන්නකෝ. ඔයා plan කරන් යනවා මේ මාසෙ මේක කරනවා මේ ඕකේ. අවුරුද්ද plan කරනවා කියන්නකෝ.
ඔව්.
අවුරුද්ද අවසානයේ achieve කරන්න ඕන දේ plan කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒක කැලි වලට කඩලා හරිද? අපි කියන control කියන්නේ ඒක තමයි. මේ මාස තුනට මේක කරනවා. මේකට මේක කරනවා. මේ ඊට පස්සේ මේ මාස තුනේ check කරනවා එක කරාද කියලා. ඒතර පොඩි gap අපි next week discuss කරනවා gap analysis කියලා. gap එකක්. ඒක කොහොමද handle කරන්නේ? ඒක ආයි හැමදාම හිතන විදිහට වැඩ වෙන්නේ නැහනේ. හිතන විදිහට වැඩ වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒතර ඒක කොහොමද අපි handle කරන්නේ? ඒ වගේ අපි ඒක plan කරනවා. මම ඔයාලට කිය ඒක next week අපි discuss කරනවා මේක. හරිද?
okay.
next week අනිවාර්යෙන් මතකද පන්තියේ.
හරි. Okay sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you sir.
Anyone else have a question? Anyone else have a question, please? Okay, Nazria, you earlier had a question. Like we can discuss that now.
Is it the market research question I asked?
Whatever question, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Please tell me.
Is it the market research question I asked?
Yes.
Yeah, it was about this. I was making this product and this person came up and I was doing it for some time. I didn't actually see a large movement in the product, but still there was a movement. But then later in the sense, end of not last year, the year before that, this person in this food industry, he's in the restaurant industry for a long time, and he came up and told me that actually this is a failed market in Sri Lanka, but I'm not very sure how to find out if this is really a failed market or not, because according to the Facebook analytics, when I checked, I found out the most of my clients were from Colombo and Gampaha. So it wasn't moving anywhere else. So I just want to know, is there a way to find out if this is really a failed market? Because people can
Do
say
you like to
anything,
share
right?
the product? You like to share the product?
Yeah, it's a frozen yogurt that I was making, and it is a
Oh,
new
lovely. You can
product.
give me samples. I love the samples. Okay, I'll tell you whether it's now see something I really any given day. I'll tell you any given day. Okay, any given day I'll do that. Okay. Do you know the value of frozen yogurt? Sri Lanka has still not come there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was actually living abroad for some time, and then when I had it, I thought, okay, this is something new, and Sri Lanka doesn't have it anyway. So my plan was, when I come back and settle down, I have to create this. I actually made the recipe. In the sense, for 2 years, I did a complete research. I completely made up my own recipe. And I came here and I started off. So this 2.5 years, I was actually doing this. So it was the same people who came back and bought that, but then I didn't really see it moving
No.
anywhere out.
See, the problem is others. If you all want, you can log out. Okay, if you want. Others, if you want to listen to this, you can sit and listen to it. Okay. See, let me tell you a story. 20 years back, I was in Australia. 20, like in 2002. It's like all 19 years back. There's an ice cream plan I want to start. The last 19 years, I've been dreaming, couldn't start. Okay, but I will definitely, as soon as I start these two businesses, my next one will be the ice cream. It's a different business that Sri Lanka has ever seen. Okay, because you normally you eat normal ice cream. So frozen food yogurt is also something like that where people are not used to. So it takes a lot of time. I'm being very honest, the MC, there's this Roots, they have frozen yogurt. Okay, I go and eat. That's the only thing. Every time, every day, every Sunday I lecture, my break, I go there, I eat that frozen yogurt. I make sure I eat one, guaranteed, every week. Because of COVID, it stopped. Okay, so the thing is, Nasriya, is, see, it's something new. It takes a lot of time to promote it. There's nothing called bad market. It's a matter of how well you want to promote the product, how well people respond to it. See, people are used to ice cream, but if you keep on hitting the same pitching, okay, now see, if we say candy, people might not see in Sri Lanka. In cold time, Sri Lanka, naturally we don't eat ice cream when it's cold, right? Am I correct? When it rains, you don't eat ice cream. By your mother tell, himbrisa ade.
Yeah.
Okay, very strange. Don't go. Sri Lanka is the only country when you go out in the rain, you get himbrisa, a flu, a cold,
I also
because
have seen that.
you all have holes in your head. You all know that. Very stupid. These are all old thinking. Yeah, rain has a small impact on head becoming cold. Okay, but when you have kataya, you're going to start sneezing. It's a stupid thinking. But then again, I don't want to brush it off because it's a cultural thinking. No? But then again, the highest ice cream eating countries is Switzerland per capita. They eat the highest. And other countries, cold countries, how they eat ice cream? They eat the tub. Do you know that?
Yeah.
In other countries, they eat the tub.
Yeah.
Yeah. මෙහෙ දෙන්නේ මොකද්ද? ඒක tub එක අරගෙන ගෙදර 25ක් ඉන්නවා 25ටම බෙදලා බාලයටත් පොඩක් දෙන්න එපා. Correct?
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong? Yeah, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's very sad. You know, we are not used to it. So the culture takes a lot of time. If you're seriously interested in promoting, I have something planned that I'm also looking for a partner into this my concept. Okay, if you're interested, let's talk off the records. Okay, because there's nothing to do with this. I'll help you. I'll actually help you because I want someone to do something new. Because I can't be eating the same ice cream in this country. It's rubbish. I'm telling you. Same,
Yeah.
you know, the
Actually,
dyed
people
ice
who
cream.
took samples from me, they tried it and they really loved the product. I don't want to mention the name. This high shop got my product, and then they really loved the product. They didn't do any kind of marketing to say that they were having
so
the
no
product.
issues. If you're interested, okay, let's talk on a separate forum. There's nothing to do with a class forum, but I'm trying to help you because I also want people to introduce new things so that people, because I love yogurts, I love frozen yogurts, I love ice cream. Okay, but unfortunately in Sri Lanka you don't get. If you want to get a good ice cream, you have to go to this Baskin Robbins. Even Baskin Robbins, you only have limited number of flavors, which is rubbish. Have you eaten ice cream? I'm sure you lived abroad. Have you eaten ice cream abroad?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
Haagen-Dazs are so different. No,
Superb,
even the
yeah.
normal ice cream in Nepal, I had I ate ice cream called some farm dairy or something. I'm telling you, out of this world. In Nepal, in India, North India, I ate ice creams. These are homemade ice creams, not big brands, small brands. They are only in New Delhi. So different, so tasty. So the thing is, you know, we have to change the thinking pattern. Okay, let's have a different chat on that, Nazria. You have my number. You can call me separately. I'll definitely assist you. If your plan is good, we can do something on that, because I really want to do something, because I want to be the Mr. Ice Cream in Sri Lanka. It's a dream. I want to change the entire ice cream eating pattern in this country. You understand?
Okay.
So anyway,
Yeah.
it's a different thing, different day, different subject. Any other questions before I say thank you very much? It's 12 o'clock already.
No, that's it, sir. Thank you.
So Jude, no questions. Nimesh, no questions. Harshini, no questions.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
No, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Nice talking to you all. Nazia, once again, the day you stop your dream, the whole thing flops. Until
Yeah,
you hold
that's
on to
true.
your dream, yeah, even it's a failure, it's still a dream, right?
Yes.
It's like waking up. As soon as you open your eyes, it's no more dream. So don't wake up. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Have a nice day, gentlemen, ladies. Thank you very much. Good day.